Wrestling Band's back again, and all I've got to say is Happy Star Wars Day. May the Force be with all of you. And we've got to say the Force is strong in Bron Breaker, isn't it? This is an NXT Spring Breaking review. Let's do this with Wrestling Band. Smash the subscribe button, please. It's really helping us out. Thank you to all of you that have already, getting us over 500. Amazing. We're halfway there, living on a prayer. Oh. Anyway, let's move because Spring Breaking was a lot more entertaining than I ever thought it was going to be. I've got to say, since the death of the black and gold brand, I was skeptical, to say the least, about this new NXT 2.0. Wasn't a fan at the beginning. Load of green guys and girls that just didn't sit right with me. That we were losing such a talented group of people. But now they've all moved over to Wednesday nights. And if you want that sort of wrestling, then go and watch it on Wednesdays. If you were a fan of the old NXT gold and black brand, just go and watch AEW on a Wednesday night. They're doing what they did, twice as better. If you disagree, how comes they smoked their asses in the ratings? Smoked them. Rolled them up in a big one. Big fat one, and lit that shit. So yeah, if you're up for, like, if you want that sort of wrestling and you enjoy it like I do, then go and watch it on a Wednesday night. But this show, it's more about curating characters. And I'm enjoying it, I've got to say. It's all about sports entertainment. And some of it is a bit childish, I will admit, but other parts of it are really good. There's some stuff they did away from the ring tonight that I really enjoyed that I wish they did on the main roster. So why can't they tell stories like this on the main show? And already NXT 2.0, just like NXT before the gold and black brand, that's knocking it out the park. They're already more entertaining than anything on Raw and SmackDown. Congratulations to the writing team, the creative team in NXT 2.0. You're doing a decent job. But let's start the show. And it kicks off with Pretty Deadly doing a little promo. And they're quite entertaining already. Yeah, boy. The new NXT Tag Team Champions. They got something about them, these British lads. I'd like to see where this is going to go with them. They turned up a few times on this show. And I liked all their interactions they had. Very entertaining. Let's keep it going. NXT North American Championship time. Triple threat match. And this, for me, stole the show. Match of the night. What a match. What a triple threat. Cameron Grimes, Carmelo Hayes, Solo Sequoia, take your flowers. Because that was outstanding. A great way to kick off the show. If you haven't seen the match, go and watch it. It is worth watching. It was that good. Carmelo Hayes is going to be a star one of these days. And Solo Sequoia. It's in the blood, man. It's in the blood. Cameron Grimes, I love it. I love his entrance music. As soon as that music hits, I'm dancing away, talking money. Yeah, I'm talking money. Do you know what I mean? There's a little story about a guy named Grimes. And I'm liking that he's still the champion as well, giving him a bit of a run. I know it's a bad thing to say nowadays, but I wouldn't mind him seeing him move up to Raw or SmackDown. But will they use him as well as they have in NXT? That's the question, isn't it, really? But good match. Grimes gets the win with a cave-in on Sequoia. And there's more heat there. There's more stuff to come. I think Hayes will want a rematch, want a one-on-one with Grimes at some point. But Solo Sequoia put on a show, put on a clinic. I thought he was brilliant. Shone in this match. And it's only a matter of time, like I've said before, time and time again, until he will be acknowledging his tribal chief and joining the bloodline. Bound to happen. Fast track that shit. Like I said, I like some of the stuff they did away from the ring tonight. And while the whole Mandy, Wendy Chu, Toxic Attraction thing was very childish, it suited Wendy Chu and Mandy as well, and the Toxic Attraction girls. It's kind of like The Mean Girls thing, that film, Mean Girls, with the plastics against the nerds, and the nerds are getting their comeuppance, trying to like get some revenge on the plastics, and it's working. Actually suits them. It was a good little segment. Mandy Rose in the sunbed. Wendy sneaks in, turns the heat up. Mandy gets roasted. Still looking hot though. Oh, and Toxic. Who wouldn't want to see Toxic Attraction girls on the beach in bikinis? I mean, come on. What is wrong with you? You're a red-blooded male. You're loving this. We see more Toxic Attraction later on in the show with Wendy. We don't see more of Mandy. We get to see her in a bikini, but she's all burnt up. But what was very good was the debut of Nathan Fraser. Grayson Waller is a talented guy as well. Don't forget about him. Don't sleep on him. Because he has got talent. It is there. It's undeniable. Very talented young men. Both of them. Nathan Fraser, trained by Seth Rollins. From the UK, though. And this guy is lightning in a bottle. Fantastic match. Don't know if we really needed Andre Chase getting involved, but I see why they did it. Further in the feud now with him and Grayson Waller. But for me, this Andre Chase and Chase U thing, I thought it was more heel sort of thing, but maybe they're going to be like Party University now. Maybe they're changing their ways. It seemed that way tonight with the air horn. And then Nathan Fraser, that Phoenix splash, the hang time he got, my goodness. You could have counted to 100. Great match though. Great debut for Nathan Fraser and Grayson Waller. Like I said, don't sleep. Don't sleep on him. So Roddy's backstage. We've got 2 backstage segments now, and they both tie in really. Because, yeah, there were some releases in NXT, notable ones as well. Malcolm Bivens has gone, so the Diamond Mine are missing a big piece, I believe. He was a big part of that faction, and taking him away has ruined it a bit for me. I can see a split coming. The Creed brothers don't seem too happy with Roddy's instructions, and management are now he's pretty much in charge. And it's coming, a split's coming. We'll see the match later on in the show where they're against the Viking Raiders, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Because another 2 people that have been affected by the releases or the firings, whatever you want to call it, is Indy Hartwell. No more Dexter Loomis. He's gone. She's sitting there by herself with her ring, just staring at it. In comes Duke Hudson, another guy who lost his partner, his Persia Perota. And for me, it was, I didn't enjoy the storyline here anyway, and I'm not too bothered. But what we're doing with them now, it seems like they're teasing that those two are getting together. Good God, really? Do we need that? I don't think so. But let's let Indy do her thing in the ring. Let's see what she can do. Let Duke Hudson have a couple of matches as well. Let's get a little bit more serious with these 2 for a little while, in my opinion. I think Indy should be in that women's breakout thing. I don't know why she's not. And then we have more away from the ring. We have another segment. I really enjoyed this one, I've got to say, both parts of it. Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar having a sit down with Tony D and his boys. This is like something out of like Sopranos and shit. Like, as Shawn Michaels been binge watching it or something, because this was brilliant. And they tried to reach a peace agreement. Supposedly they have, but you know that ain't the way it's going to go down, and it doesn't later on in the show. We will get to that, but I enjoyed this. Can we have more of this, please? Across the board in the WWE, please. Stories being told. Heat. It's just ridiculous that they don't do it. Like, how are they able to do it in NXT, the developmental brand by all things, just where you should not be seeing it? You should be seeing this sort of stuff on the main roster. Why are we not getting it? We got a generic Raiders promo. That was bad. And these 2 have come back from Raw or SmackDown. They got interrupted by Pretty Deadly, who were brilliant. They actually turned it up and made me interested in this bit. Bit rude. That was brilliant. I enjoy them guys. They're entertaining. Joe Gacy cuts a promo. That guy's weird. And he makes you want to watch him. Like, he's not right in the head. As soon as you look at him, like, this guy ain't right. There's something wrong with him. And it makes you watch. Like seeing a car crash. You just can't take your eyes away. We had the tag team match with Nikita Lyons and Cora Jade. I can't take my eyes away from Nikita Lyons, I won't lie. Lash Legend ain't too bad either. Natalya, I'll take it or leave it. Cora Jade, a bit too young for me, but I get why the younger generation enjoy her. It was a decent match. Good women's tag match. Nothing wrong with it. The right two won the match. Miscue from Natty, kicking Lash in the face. That happens. And Nikita Lyons, Cora Jade hit their finishers on Lash. 1, 2, 3. Cora Jade gets the pin and gets the win for her team. I thought it was really good. They look like a good team together. They could do more. They could challenge for those tag titles together. Who knows? Big things coming for Nikita Lyons and Cora Jade in the future. And don't sleep on Lash Legend. Give Natalya her flowers for carrying some of these girls through a good match. Creed Brothers versus Viking Raiders. Very good. Creed Brothers, when I first saw them, they were like green as peppers, man. They were green as goose shit. They were green as fucking anything. Like the stuff I was smoking. But yeah, they've got a lot better. They've improved. This was a very good match. And I'm liking that the Viking Raiders are there to help these sort of guys improve and get better and putting them over. Roddy Strong getting involved tells a bit of a story. The Creed Brothers didn't seem too pleased with that. And this is where the story evolves, which I'm liking. They're doing stuff, thinking on their feet, changing plans, making new stars. The Creed Brothers are going to be a big team in NXT. There's big things for them. Both two legitimate amateur wrestlers that can go in pro wrestling now. Looking good. Looking like a team that you can believe in. It could be a good babyface tag team, actually. Don't want to say it, but remind me a bit of the Steiner brothers in some ways. Speaking of the Steiners, they're still to come. Still to come. The one Steiner. We got more from the beach. We're on the beach now with Toxic Attraction, and who can complain when you got the tag champs on the beach? Like any red-blooded male won't be taking their eyes off of this. Do you know what I mean? Like, why aren't they doing this with the women on the main roster? At least this is a story, something. Like the main roster, their Raw champion ain't got nothing. Nothing. Like Wendy and her buddy, like they steal their shoes, they steal their car keys when the girls are in the sea, and we're just loving it. We're like, oh my God. Watching the Toxic Attraction swim around and splash around and getting wet. Who wouldn't want to see that? Tell me that. Gigi Nolan's ass bouncing around. Come on. And then they steal their car. There's a chase on. And it was all right. It furthers the story for Wendy Chu. I'm not a big fan of Wendy Chu, to be honest with you, but it's something. You know, it is a bit childish, but better than nothing. AJ Galante steps out of his car into a parking lot, says goodbye to Tony D and his boys as they drive away. And who should pull up but Santos Escobar? And he starts talking to AJ like he's trying to make a deal with him, trying to get him on his side, trying to get him to turn on Tony D. But oh no. The story goes further, kicks him in the nuts, shoves him in the car. AJ Galante's been kidnapped, ladies and gentlemen. This shit got real. The war is on. Gang war time. Can't wait to see a response from Tony D. Yeah, forget about it. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. But then we got the main event. And I got to say, Joe Gacy really impressed me. Good character. Believable because he looks like a loon. He looks like he's bat crap crazy. But he can go in the ring. Very good. Good match with him and Bron Breakker. Okay, not the best match on the show. I wasn't expecting that. Bron Breakker's a bit of a Goldberg. Do you know what I mean? Hits the big impact moves, gets the win. 1, 2, 3, gets the job done, and he's out of there. He ain't getting paid by the hour. But Breakker, yeah, rightfully retains, and they leave us on a cliffhanger. A cliffhanger in wrestling in the WWE. We don't get this on the main roster again. NXT knocking out of the park. Who are the Druids standing behind him? Who are they? What happened to Bron Breakker? We'll find out next week. Makes you want to tune in to the next show, doesn't it? That's smart. That's good professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. That's good TV. NXT knocking it out of the park. Can the creative teams from Raw and SmackDown please sit down and watch this show and actually learn something? How is a developmental brand knocking it out of the park compared to Raw and SmackDown? Anyway, that's all the time I've got. I'm going to watch more Star Wars. I don't know about you. It's Star Wars Day, baby. Happy May the 4th, and May the 4th be with you. Have a good one. Stay lucky. See you next time. Happy Star Wars Day.